everybody's in the darkness.
I'm not in dark. Am I?
The queen of darkness herself is just a shadow figure right
I
now.
literally have my light on. Like, I don't know what. Why am I facing the wrong way? Always something wrong.
It's EYHO, duh. That could be the only explanation.
Yeah.
Well, am I facing the right way to you guys? I guess it's okay.
You even have the candle, like in the back where you do your witchcraft.
My candelabra? Yes.
I don't know what the hell's in the background.
Candelabra stays on.
So it's funny because Olli P hates anything resembling witchy. Like, that is so not her vibe. Like, she detests
I mean, she's a lover of the Lord. Amen.
I'm a lover of the Lord, but I'm also a queen of darkness, and this is what Noah and I keep going back and forth on because he loves to call me a witch and make jokes about demons, and I'm always like, I don't play with that at all, okay?
Yeah, like, don't even bring that up, kid.
Don't even bring it up, like, keep it out of my house, keep it away from me, and, like, he's not getting it, so I don't, we're gonna keep going until he understands that I, like, really don't think it's funny, like, at all. But I don't know. It's just...
Did you know that me and Olli P are going on a double date?
Oh my God, yes. I told Noah about it, and he put it on his calendar, like, in his...
Oh, yes.
Wait a minute. What the hell are you talking about?
So Cleo's mom...
Well, first let me talk about how Kuloone doesn't know, like, what a text message can be, like, versus a phone call. Like, I'm walking around Walmart, mind you, which is, like, a hellish place. And I get a call from Kuloone, and I'm, like, looking for something, and I want to get out of there, and I need to focus. And I get a call from Kuloone, like, I cannot answer this right now. I need to get out of here. And then he texts me, he was like, Olli P, it's important. So I'm like, okay, find my little thing that I'm looking for.
You already know it's probably.
And then I call him, and it's just a simple question about something over 2 months away.
Because I know that Miss Olli P, her fucking schedule's impossible.
Yeah, that's
true. I have to make sure in 2 months that she can lock something in. Think about that.
Which is exactly why I texted Solomon already about my graduation, because, like, I'm very nervous that he's not going to come, and so I'm going to keep just saying it to him.
Yeah. Keep sending
Solomon.
me. I'm sure it's in May.
When is graduation?
May.
My gosh, I completely forgot about that. Like, you're about to fucking graduate.
You know I'm a 3L, so you know it's time.
So it's bar time, right?
Post-May, it's bar time. Going to the bar.
No, I meant, like, taking the bar.
Exactly. So, but okay. I mean studying for the bars.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, I gotta call her. I like to call my friends that say they're my friends just to see if they'll pick up, first off. So that is 100%. I mean, you called back immediately after I texted you.
It was like...
You best believe if you wouldn't have responded.
Then what?
Yeah, I would not be a happy camper.
You would have come to Walmart? No, I'll call back.
I would have drove to Walmart. And you know I will drive to Chicago because I've done
literally, it. Like, when you called me, I, like, looked at your location before I called you back. Like, is this man in Chicago? I cannot deal with this right now. Like,
no, I knew, and that's the thing. Like, I checked your location before I called and saw that you were at Walmart. So I said, she can answer the fucking phone.
Yeah,
you can. At a Walmart? Yeah, you
absolutely
can.
Not. That's the last place I can answer.
Anyways, so Cleo's mother is like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, you can just give me a soccer jersey. Like,
basic respect. Okay.
Yeah, right. But no, and they've been cool. I went to the bathroom and I heard her say, is there not like a show or something that he likes? So when I came back, she was like, Cleo said that you'd be cool with going to see Les Mis in Chicago. And I was like, you got to realize what that musical is for me. Like, that musical is by far, like, if I'm driving to you in Nashville, what did I tell you I did? Listened to Les Mis on the way, front to back,
It
and
was
as
still
soon as it,
playing when you walked into my house. Like, it's very. I understand what
I
it.
get to see that live now, like full orchestra.
So please tell me that like they're buying you the ticket, like 2 tickets for you too. Because in my head at first I thought like it was a family affair.
Just me and her. Come
Okay.
on. You
Okay.
know how expensive these tickets are?
Yeah, that's true.
She did drop the. I was like, oh
No,
yeah.
actually, I have no idea how expensive they are. So, how expensive are they?
If you want to get close, so you got the orchestra pit where you're like right in front of the instruments, $1,200, $1,500. But I'm up in the back, so I think she paid like probably like $450 for both or something, 500.
Thank God, I don't care about stuff like that. It saves me a lot of money.
Oh, you would not go to the opera with me?
Absolutely not.
If I
In
have
fact,
money to blow, but which I
Noah
don't
was
have
like,
You're
at
"Did
about
all.
to be a
you
lawyer, bro. We got to go to the opera,
I value my every single dollar. I don't want to waste. I have a lot of expensive
bro.
things.
Okay,
I
if
don't
you
need to
live in
waste it on other stuff I don't care
wasted,
about.
okay, well,
I can watch it on the television. Is my point.
it's not the same. I That's what I'm saying to you is that I get to finally because I performed it my senior year. I played the lead role in Les Mis, so I am Les Mis. Like it's a part of me. So now just to be able to see it live, like actually full feeling, I can't get enough. But anyways, I called her because I'm like, oh, we're going at 2. We'll be out by 5. Let's meet Noah. Like let's fucking meet Noah. Double date. We'll go to some nice restaurant,
Next
sit
month
down, have some
in
wine.
December.
December 28th?"
December, right after Christmas, before
I know.
before
Very
It's the
cool.
perfect time for friends.
Yeah.
bro, the perfect time for just a beautiful. Hopefully, it's snowing.
I
If there's snow
know.
on the ground, it will
Well,
be magical.
it's gonna be amazing. Noah like hates downtown, and I'm like, no matter how you feel about downtown, like in December, we are walking around and we're holding hands and we're looking at the lights and we're like embracing it like it's a Christmas movie. I hope
That's a
that's
fact.
the case when Kuloone's here.
Because Christmas actually, this is at the worst lighting. Sorry. Thank you for trying. Um, sorry. Okay, Christmas actually
Good
lasts.
idea. Let's start using the ring light.
Yeah. Poor man is worried.
Excuse me, I'm going to get my food from Mr. B's.
Wow, always in the car on our podcast.
No, he doesn't.
Can't even fucking. I mean, I literally called it in, and then you texted me the link. I said, "Oh, we are meeting today."
Why would you think that we're not? What are you? We talked. We've
I
been
mean, it
talking.
is. I mean, it is. It is. It is election. Big things are happening.
It already happened.
Yeah, it already happened. It was a straight bloodbath.
Well,
I thought it was going to be completely closer than it was, and it was nowhere close to close.
why don't? That's true, but okay.
What? She didn't even win. That no. The Democrats literally lost the Senate. Did not win a single battleground state. Not
Yeah, I
one.
don't
You
really
can't
know
even give me. You
actually
didn't win
about
Georgia.
what
You didn't win
happened.
Michigan. You didn't win Pennsylvania. You didn't win any of them. It was
Yeah,
it,
well,
it
that's
was
the
actually
point, and
that bad.
that's the Green Party's entire point, actually, is because Democrats just think that if you hate Trump, they by default have your vote. Like, actually, no.
You
And
saw? Did you see what Bernie said?
yeah, so I saw a video from
I mean, not
Bernie.
a video. I mean, it's a post. He posted it on Twitter, but he was basically saying like the the people. It's sad to see. I mean, he's pissed first off, but he was just saying like the Democratic Party lost the workers, like the working persons. I have to get the fucking quote. I'm driving, but it was
Well, I think
bad.
I know
Like
what
I
you
mean,
mean.
it
That
was completely.
they've lost a lot of people because they've just made a complete like mockery of themselves.
And I think they deserve to lose, even though, like, Trump is actually the last thing I would want, last thing I would ever vote for, but I just think they deserve to lose.
I mean, they
So
really needed
it
to,
Yeah, I
was
they
mean,
really, like, that's an awakening. Like, I hope that they come back, like, with a real agenda. Like, not just like, oh, he sucks, you guys. Vote for us.
right.
Like, it's like, what are
yeah,
we
I
even
mean, and
talking about?
they
Yeah.
also like move as someone who like identifies democratic. I don't agree with how they proceed. Like they proceed with hate and like finger pointing and whining and acting like self-righteous and holier than thou, and it's distasteful and ineffective. And they're turning people away from their own party, and they think just because they believe a certain way that they can act a certain way, but there's really no substance behind their movement. I mean, the way Kamala's whole campaign was ran was a freaking like a joke and honestly a disgrace. Very unserious. This whole time they're saying Joe's fit, he's fit, everything's fine, and then all of a sudden they're like, never mind, provide no explanation, bring in Kamala, and every
Don't
celebrity
even have a
names.
primary. Like, don't even give
Yeah,
other Democrats a chance to, like, get the vote. Like, find the
yeah.
actual strongest candidate instead of just like they didn't even have a primary. That's never been done.
Joe Biden blew it. And ultimately, the current
No,
administration
that,
wants to
yeah,
see
no,
one
that's the
candidate go
agreed.
forward.
Sleepy
He
Joe dropped
fucking blew
the
it.
ball.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't know, I was talking to my therapist today, and I just realized, like, it's the day after. A lot of people are freaking out online and stuff, like how glum everything
They did the
is. But
same thing they did the same thing in 2016, and here we are,
okay,
fucking 8 years later.
in 2016 I was very upset, but this is
Yeah.
2024, and I don't see anything the same way because it's just a completely different time. So much has happened since 2016. At this point, like I feel empowered. That at the end of the day, Jill stayed throughout the entire time. She could have given up at any point. It would have been much easier. I feel like people were on the fence of like green and blue, but the people that actually stuck it out and did it, like, thank God. Even just for me personally, this election season solidified the fact that like I'm not a Democrat actually by Kuloone. I am independent. I'm green, and if I ever like wanted to run for office for whatever office in the future, like I would be running green.
Well, that's
So
what like AOC said. I don't know when she said it, but I saw a quote that she was like, in any other country, she would not be in the same party as Joe Biden. And there's many other countries, democratic countries, that have multi-party systems. And there's like this rumor every time it happens, or like belief that third-party voters are like taking it away from the main candidate. And I like crushed the numbers today. And aside from Wisconsin and I think Michigan, those are the only two states that third party voters like made a difference. And that's if all of them would have voted for Kamala. And that's still those two states combined are only 25 electoral votes, which was not enough for her. So this rhetoric that they're damaging is not. We're actually progressive is what we are. What the Democratic Party wants to be so badly but isn't.
are not and cannot be at this point. Like democracy,
Keep going.
what?
Keep saying what you were saying.
We're fighting for democracy. Like, shut the fuck
That was
up.
my
You're
whole thing,
fighting.
is like how extreme it all sounded. Like, at the
Guys,
end of the day, the world is not going to end. You are still going to have to go to work tomorrow. It's not like there's a freaking nuke on the button. It's just weird to me that the Democrats want the federal government to make like the decisions, but Republicans are just like, leave it up to the states, regardless. Like, there's not.
what are you talking
No,
about?
I'm just
What are
saying,
you?
like, the fear monger.
Oh, you're.
Like, they would make it seem like, oh my gosh, like your democracy is at stake if the Republicans win. That's not true.
Well, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, oh my god. Okay, yeah.
People keep talking about the presidency, but I'm like, you have to do such a bad job for 2022 America to vote red, 2024 literally get you out of there. Like, some of the commentators on NBC were like, they had a red flood in 2022. Republicans gained multiple seats in the House and the Senate and the mid elections. But then 2024, he was like, you're facing a full on red tsunami. Like you got exited. If they don't win the House, it's a wrap. You can't even filibuster. You're done for. And I hope that in 2 years.
Well, which is why states are going to have to step up. And even with the marijuana legislation, I think that is like what really woke people up to the fact that, okay, states actually have so much power and we can kind of just by ballot initiatives
And Florida's
change
a lost
anything.
cause because they voted no. They didn't get 60%. I mean, you have to get 60% of the vote to get the amendment like passed. So you still might have majority, but if you don't get the 60%, like for the abortion law, they wanted to extend it to 27 weeks instead of 3 months. And they didn't get 60% of that. They were voting for recreational marijuana, didn't get 60% of that. I was like, damn, dude, what are y'all doing?
That sucks.
Yeah. No weed in Florida? Like, come on, dude, it's Florida.
I thought that already was allowed. Medically?
Yeah, medical's cool, but like we're talking
Okay.
recreational, like Illinois. Like you can just smoke it. It's just like a cigarette.
It's like beer.
Yeah, there you go. It's like beer.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the positives. We now are going to have a lot of rights for felons coming through, right? I mean, how could it be any other way?
Exactly.
So,
and Putin literally just said that he's ready to negotiate.
He's ready to what?
He'll say is like,
did he just say
oh,
ready
no.
to negotiate?
Damn.
Okay. Why would our president be negotiating
Something about the war. Did you say
negotiate
negotiate?
about what about the war? Like all of a sudden US has new leadership and you aren't going to take Ukraine's land anymore? Like I thought we didn't negotiate with terrorists. My professor says he's working on a case to help the DOJ prosecute Putin somehow for war crimes. I'm like, crazy guy. Kuloone is so unserious.
I know, like, please stay out of the car during podcast time. It's very simple.
Well, why would you forgot, you thought we weren't meeting, like, shut
I know,
up.
I was like, I almost put Drano in my bathtub, and then I was like, no, because at 15 minutes, I'm going to have to go rinse it out with hot water. And it's like, okay, well, the podcast is starting, so now I have to wait until after the podcast to put Drano in my bathtub. Like, come on.
Oh my God. I will leave it in there overnight, and then...
Well, I thought about that. I'm like, surely it's fine, but, like, I just want it to be right the first time. Like, I don't know. I want to take a shower and it not be backed up, so I'm like...
sometimes for me, it just hasn't actually worked. I don't know. In BG, I had a serious issue, actually, but...
Yeah, I have to do it multiple times.
Yeah.
Not here, but this is my first time doing it here. But just like in life, I feel like you have to do it a couple times before it really... It's like, hello, timing. Like, we're all hungry. We all want our favorite hometown wing spot.
So rude. We don't have the option. We don't have the freaking luxury.
No.
Well, actually, I am going there on Friday for my Memo's birthday. So.
As you should.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, actually.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
We haven't really got a nice, good update on you and your bae. Like, I feel like we're always just talking about me and Kuloone's drama and not about your man.
Yeah, I drop like little notes here and there, like spring. Yeah. But I don't think I've given like a full rundown of like who he is, what we are.
No.
What I like about him, anything like that.
Yeah, you haven't.
Which is fine. I feel like he's going to be a regular character, so.
I mean, he is already. So we need the deets. Like, what is your next plan?
Well, I'm going to wait for Kuloone to come back. But interesting, like, I had been...
I have faith in him right now.
You what?
Well, I just don't have faith in Kuloone right now.
No, it is...
What were y'all talking shit?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, we were like about to give up on you.
How did you not know that I was coming back?
Shit.
Clearly, if I'm in the car and something happens, I'm getting here as soon as possible.
If you ask me, you were still at Mr. V's.
Y'all didn't see me walk in? The people would have saw it.
Okay, so I'm giving you a quick rundown on Noah, since I've never done like a real proper introduction about him.
Yeah, you're just in love all of a sudden. We have no
Yeah,
context.
like I don't get nothing. Can't reach you. Can't
But
set up shit. We only get 24 hours. We only get an
I'm like,
hour.
regardless.
what?
Debatable. That is fucking up for okay.
What did you say?
She said that she's like that regardless. Like she's just unavailable.
Um,
No.
Well, I am. I don't really answer the phone very often. I mean, I'm not like busy. I'm just available.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not busy.
That makes me feel. Yeah, that makes me feel even better. Hell yeah.
I'm just doing my thing. Usually, it's just me and Gracie hanging out. But anyway, what is there to say about Noah? Well, really, what I want to say is kind of just like an update, because kind of an interesting thing happened where, I was talking about like this 3-month like check-in thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's this month.
Yeah, so that was actually yesterday, election day. Because we met August 5th. And I think at the 2.5 month mark or whatever, I started to like kind of reconsider it. Like as far as like bringing it up. And I was speaking to my friend Gideon. And Gideon is a foreigner. And I love to talk to foreigners about anything and everything because they just see things differently than any of my friends. And I tend to like agree with them. Not that it's good to have like an echo chamber, but I just like feel like their perspective is just something that like I need to hear, and like I don't know, causes me to reconsider. So I was telling Gideon about like the 3-month thing and like how at 3 months, like if I wasn't sure where we're going, like I'm gonna bring it up. And Gideon was like, absolutely not, do not do that.
Okay, but
Agreed.
Gideon,
I've been on that boat. Ben said
okay.
that.
But my concern is that Gideon is a gay man and he doesn't have enough understanding of what it's like to be a woman out here. Like, I know they have their own unique issues in that community, but it's not the issues you have.
Yeah. And I did consider that, like, this is a man saying this, the other person that said this is a man, and like, I don't really remember what my brother said. My dad agreed that like I should, say what I feel like I need to say. But anyway, so I took what he said and like thought about it, and like I didn't like agree to like, oh, I shouldn't say anything at all, but I definitely felt like I should probably tone it down or like, give him a little bit more time. But then it started to evolve where I could clearly see the direction that we're going. And I don't need to ask him, what is this? When are we gonna like make it official? It's just apparent what it's gonna be in the near future.
Yeah.
Have you used the L word?
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
that.
then what are we even talking about?
Well, I know things like that started to happen, and like we just spend a lot more time together. We talk about our future. Like I can see a future clearly, and like I don't need to ask at 3 months, like, "Hey, where is this going?" Like that would just be a stupid question.
I think so too.
Yeah.
You are. Wait a minute, but are you? You're not technically boyfriend and girlfriend, but you say I love you.
Yes, but interestingly enough, on Monday, which was the day before yesterday, he was like, "Tomorrow's like our 3 months," and he was like, he said something like, so are we gonna like, should we make things official? Like it was like a rhetorical question. He wasn't like asking like, should we? He was like,
let's do it.
yeah.
Well, like we already are.
So did you
That's
do it?
why it's a funny question. Is
Well, yeah, right.
Did you make it Facebook official?
Oh,
I
geez.
have never, and I would never. I got on Facebook for like 5 seconds, like a couple days ago, and like wanted to throw up. Like that place is hell.
So then how do we know if it's official or not?
Because I'm gonna tell you. Like, wait, I'm not with my story. So then, anyway, this was like Monday morning, and then he was like, well, let's do it tomorrow when it's like officially 3 months. And then, so like yesterday we hang out, right? And like he doesn't bring it up. But I'm like, okay, it's election day,
Lot going on.
I'm gonna take it easy, It's not really about me right now. So, so then this morning, we saw Trump won, whatever. And I'm like, so yesterday was 3 months. Like.
You brought it up.
Yeah, and like I didn't want to bring it up, especially since we just talked about it.
Yeah, you
But I'm
brought
like,
it up. That's the thing.
but then I have to bring it up because like then it's just gonna fester, and I'm gonna come up with a narrative, and I'm gonna be upset. And
Yeah.
I do not like romantically. I don't let myself ruminate on things. Like I'm gonna bring something up immediately. So I was like, "Hey, it's 3 months. Hello," and like it did not click for him. Like still.
What an idiot. He's the one who initiated the conversation.
Yeah, he just like and like we had just woke up and it was like still dark out.
Damn, you hit him right when he wakes up?
I mean, after we found out Trump won, yeah.
Yeah.
Get into business,
Because
right?
we were
Like,
about to part ways. Like he was calling his Uber to leave, so it's like, hello, I'm gonna be freaking
It's like,
out.
did you forget something? Like, you're leaving me. Did you forget something, though? It seems like you forgot something.
Yeah, it's like you forgot something. And then he was like, oh yeah, like, okay, well, should there be some type of formality? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't really.
That's for you to decide.
That's what I said, like, I'm gonna leave that up to you. And he was like, okay, well then, like, let me, figure out like what I want to do. And then I'm like, okay. And then I think about it for another second, and I'm like, oh no. I need to know when, because like then I'm thinking, has something changed? So I was like, well, how long are we talking here? And then he was like, well, when's the next time I'm going to see you? Which was going to be tonight, but I canceled because I have to pack and stuff. So that's tomorrow. So he's like, okay, then Thursday. So hopefully I'm going to have a boyfriend on Thursday. And if not, I'm going to be a little bit.
you're going to start hitting the bottle.
No, she's going to start hitting the, it's 3 months, buddy. Come
No,
correct.
she said I'll break up with him immediately.
That's not
I never
what
said that.
I thought you just said you would leave immediately.
I would be a little bit embarrassed.
No, before you even said.
She did not say that.
We'll have to watch it when it drops.
Okay, well, no, I didn't say that. But then he like asked, like he said something like, well, how long did you like think this like was gonna take? Like, I guess from start to finish, like us being together. And I was like, well, I just knew it wasn't gonna be 6 months because his last thing went on for 6 months with no title. And he was like, this is not that at all. I said 3 months I think is enough time to like know if you want to be with someone. He was like, I completely agree. So it's like kind of just crazy how this like all has fallen into place naturally, and like I have to like push. And something that Gideon brought up to me that is what really shifted my perspective was that like if I have to bring it up, then like it's already soiled.
For sure.
And I already don't like it. So thank God.
I just want to say you're welcome for helping you set up the Hinge account that even booked this fish. So me and Azhtune would like to thank the committee and everyone who gave us these awards for helping you find love.
We did it. We did it, Joe. Huh?
We did it, Joe.
We did.
Like,
hey,
I Hinge?
Where am I?
Oh, you're Joe?
Yeah. I'm Joe.
Well, he asked me why I joined Hinge, and I said peer pressure. Reason.
Well, then that settles it. I mean, we did it, Joe.
We couldn't do everything, but we did that.
Yes.
The important stuff, for the most part.
I mean, really, though, like, we couldn't have done it without you guys.
Yeah.
Truly. So thank you, friends, and thank you, EYHO. This is what EYHO was all about, truly.
Truly.
Isn't that the crazy thing? It's like, EYHO started as, like, this, like, very focal point of, like, basically getting back at your ex or making your ex want to eat their heart out. But this is more like universal. Like, we've opened it into like more of just like this universal feeling of being yourself.
Yeah.
Just you want the world to eat their heart out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It started with, like narrow-minded, like vengeful, and it quickly became something so much larger than that. It's
where
just
love is truly possible.
Yeah. It's just living authentically and being.
I can't wait to meet this dude, man.
I know. I told him, I was like, Kuloone is a character, but he loves Les Mis, so he's just going to be talking about Les Mis probably the whole time. So that's fine.
That's what you told him?
Yes.
You told him that I would be on one subject for an entire dinner.
Not the entire dinner, but at least the first 20 minutes.
I mean, I might cry. Like,
I
I
know.
actually might cry during this thing. I told Cleo, I was like, she's never even seen it. And I was like, damn, you should, like, watch the movie. And she was like, why shouldn't my first time just be, like,
Yeah.
boom?
I
And I
agree.
was like,
Yeah,
you're just going to see me geeking the whole time,
because that
singing
movie
along.
looks hella boring.
Huh?
It seems like it would be much more entertaining in person versus a movie.
I mean, it's just the story, because you got to realize that this actually happened. Like, the musical is based on a book that was based on a revolt in France that lasted 3 days, because, like, the people were following this general. The general died, and then they used that as, like, fuel to, like, be like, all right, down with the system. Everybody dies. Les Miserables means the miserables in English. So, like, it literally is truly just sad, but they don't give up hope.
That's
Death,
my whole life story.
family,
I feel like my
love.
life is Les Mis.
I mean,
So
dude,
that's
and
why
you would probably be like, wow, this is me.
yeah. It seems like I've seen clips, and it's just like,
You're more of a Cats. You need to go see Cats on Broadway. You're more of a Cats musical girl.
I just don't think I like people singing.
I don't think I like musicals, but I do like Phantom of the Opera. Actually,
That is a musical.
yeah, it's probably one of the only ones I do like. It's funny because one of my exes was completely obsessed with Hamilton, and the first time we hung out, like he played it, and I was completely bored out
The
of
first time you
yeah,
hung out with this man, he
like
chose to play Hamilton.
like in his home.
That's about as the worst decision you could possibly do on a first home date.
I mean,
Like me when I played the Poughkeepsie serial killer tapes
okay, that
for.
was way worse. Kuloone.
Oh my god. In one of our group chats with our other friend, I don't remember like what his name is, but he was saying that he knows this guy who linked with this girl, and on the first link she had him assemble furniture.
Now that's a good weed out though. Like if you just had to put a man straight to work, like, yo, build this couch.
But you're starting off on a tone that is very unserious.
Very transactional and very like who are you? Like what are you doing for me? First of all, building furniture is
He's probably gonna show you if you build that couch good. Might be able to use the couch
I
after you build it.
think that happen. So
I don't think that.
Ask him.
Yeah, we need to know. Actually, at this point, we need to know.
Because if he built that couch and she congratulated him.
Okay, we're assuming it's a couch. We don't know. It could have been a writing desk. Like
yeah,
that's
and a nightstand.
could have been a bar cart. It could have been so many things. So, but
Whatever.
in the couch, it creates this imagery of like we're hooking up on this couch. But I don't. That's not the impression we were left with. So we need to know if they fucked up at all or on that day.
Because if she didn't, then I agree with you guys. But if a girl makes me build her something and then she congratulates me in a way that shows that she's appreciative, then I think guys aren't difficult creatures. We're very simple.
That's
you know what I mean? So like the way you looked at that, like, oh, she made him build this. It's like, it's probably good for him to try and build something. You know what I mean? Like the guys usually don't build shit nowadays.
I don't know if it counts as a building if you're assembling, but
yeah, this assembly is a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
So now you're trying to take away from his accomplishment?
I mean, the word builder means something. That is not an assembler of a piece of pre-built, prefabricated furniture. Like a builder is a builder, but we understand your sentiment.
Yeah.
Jesus was a carpenter.
Yeah, he
I
built
love
things.
He
He
built
was a
things.
builder. He was legit a builder. Just like I hope to be someday. After I'm done lawyering.
Oh, I was about to say you're going to build the law of the land and become the first Democratic female president of the United States.
No, independent.
It starts here.
Green Party.
Independent party's not going to, it can't do anything.
I said what I said.
We're gonna keep trying.
I said what I said, Kuloone. I'm
Did you see
empowered
the
by.
numbers?
You
What was the
missed my
percentage?
empowerment piece, I guess. So I'll have to tell you some other way of like, I am green now. For me, like this season solidified for me. There is no going back for me. I, I, I think just fundamentally, like you got to restart. So, it's coming. Like the time is coming. Actually, capitalism it ensures its own demise because it turns into something else. It turns into like fascism.
Yeah, I had to get him out of there one time.
But anyway, I'm green. That's my point.
All right, well, maybe one day you'll see a candidate actually get more than 2% of the popular vote.
Maybe.
Gotta try.
Gotta try.
And you
It
know
starts
what?
somewhere.
It can't happen on a presidential scale. It can happen on small regional scales much easier, and that's how.
That's what I'm. That's what I'm talking about. Is let's get Azhtune. Let's get Azhtune to city commission.
Something like that.
Let's make Azhtune the mayor.
I'm thinking like, you know,
Olli
well,
P can be your vice.
I don't know.
Okay, then Olli P can be the fashion designer of all of
There you go.
all of your nice pieces. Your
I'll be the
business
art director.
art director.
I love art, so I need a good director for it. It's all about image. She can be like basically like my marketing kind of my campaign girl, and then when I make
Campaign guru.
she can
I'll
change to
help with
something
PR.
else.
I'll be foreign affairs.
I'm foreign affairs, buddy. I'm president.
I'll be foreign affairs, and I'll take.
I would never trust you to do
You
that.
can be first gentleman, even though you won't be married.
Yeah,
I think you'd be a good first gentleman, Kuloone.
Oh yeah, I'll go around.
You really
To
know how to work
hug.
the crowd.
Yes.
he would be a good vice.
Yeah,
He can be my vice.
there you go. That's the perfect trio. That's all you need.
That's
us
too
three.
much pressure. Too much pressure. I want to be first gentleman.
But we're literally not married, so you can be my vice. I mean, who's gonna be my?
All right, fair enough.
You can reimagine first gentleman. Anything goes.
I am Kamala. I am Kamala.
We still can't say your name right. No respect
I
whatsoever.
can't either. Like I try so hard. Something doesn't compute. Doesn't. Throw an extra.
I was just very let down because at the beginning of the election night, this was the first time that I actually followed multiple news sources. I've worked thirds, so I was up all night getting to watch the entire process, and it was just so sad to me. I was like, oh wow, this is going to be close. I don't know who's going to win, and then about 1 o'clock, and it's clear that the populace was fed up with the Democratic Party. Absolutely washed their hands with them. And I'm listening to people now, listening to the commentators and everybody, analysts talking about it, it's where do they, if they lose the House, it's going to be on some, there's got to be a rebirth. Or even looking outside, they could sign, if they looked outside of the party and brought in a green person. You know what I mean? That's a whole different kind of Trump did that with RFK. Literally was hey, I'll give you can lead all health in America. Just join me. And that brought votes.
But they do stuff like that to join together, so ultimately they're still maintaining the two parties, and that's my whole entire thing that I'm against. Is I don't want to join your force. I don't want to keep perpetuating your game that benefits people like you. That's not what I'm going for at all.
Oh, so, you want to see the two-party system ended.
That's what we've been saying this whole time.
Why else would I be saying that I'm not a Democrat,
Because,
But it's bigger than this election. It's bigger than Sleepy Joe fumbling the bag and fumbling this election, which he did. It's been this way at least since 2016. I mean, that's when I stepped into the voting arena anyway, so that's just all I can really speak about is from 2016 to here. And I've been faced with the same fucking dilemma since then, and I'm just like, it's not working for me, and I'm bowing out altogether.
I can respect that.
Thank you.
And that's the problem with America is people can't respect that.
But what I can't understand / respect is how all of us can be unhappy with the situation with the two-party system, and none of us has the fucking sense to just be like, if we collectively like just simply vote for our interests rather than out of fear for a party or for maintaining power or whatever, it wouldn't even be this way. We're holding ourselves back in a major fucking way, and I don't get it. I just don't get it. But I mean, look,
I can barely get 10 people together on time to do yoga, let alone 73 million people vote and break a chain that's been here since this country's been a thing.
Totally. I went to Pilates the other day, and I was the only one there.
Jesus Christ.
And that's how it was when I voted Green Party.
And that's how it was when in 2016 you voted third party instead of Hillary. And, I just wasn't on that wave at that time.
Dude, Olli P was just ahead of her curve.
Everyone was like crucifying, not like me directly, obviously. I wasn't like outspoken about it, but like, yeah, and like made me question my own like logic.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I straight up told Olli P, like, you kind of wasted your vote. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I
you
said
did.
that.
Like, I think everyone did, and like I understand that, and
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But it is your God-given
but it's my
right.
vote.
No, it's not your God-given right. It's
yes,
your.
it is.
No, it's not, because actually, somebody told me this recently. Like, the Bible doesn't guarantee freedom of religion even, and so Christians will attach themselves to the U.S. government and saying, this is our means of religious freedom that we don't have in the Bible. This is our way of sustaining ourselves as the U.S. government, as it has always
It is your birthright to vote however you want.
It is your choice.
It is your birthright. You were born in America. You get the right to vote for whoever you want.
It should be that way. But our vote, it doesn't mean much with the Electoral College. And that's really what I want.
It doesn't matter. They won the popular. Like, the whole populace changed and voted red. Almost like we're talking heavily Democratic counties.
True, but the Electoral College still just needs to move out of the way. Like, I think it should be a popular vote.
Move out of the way.
I mean, just to say, like, I'm not here to say that our vote doesn't matter, because it does. Clearly.
What I'm acknowledging now of how I literally flipped, and I literally said that to Olli P in 2016, and now here it is 2024, and I'm like really annoyed that is the narrative, and it's not true. Like, yeah, it's not true, but people just can't really see past the rhetoric of it all. And that's what they want you to think. Like, you're throwing your vote away, No, like, absolutely not. Like, I see that now, and that's why I went hard for
they
Jill.
want you to be afraid, and they want you to feel guilty.
But that's what I mean. They want to change your birthright. I can write in Mickey Mouse if I want to, and no one can tell me any different.
For one of the positions, there wasn't a Democrat running, and even though I'm not a Democrat, I didn't want to vote for the Republican that was there, so I wrote in my own fucking name. Like,
see, thank you. And you should be able to do that without being crucified.
Yeah.
That's my only point.
For sure. It's just a very ignorant position to be operating from. You gotta wake up eventually, and it takes small guys, the small fries, to, keep at it and be like, yeah, this is really a thing that needs to be done. So, fuck everybody else. Everyone was coming for him too, all of us revolutionaries. They'll try to tell you anything, but the fact is, politicians are worried about the emerging green fan club, and they should be.
I mean, the Green Party is everything Democrats purport to be, which is why I say, like, oh, I'm a Democrat.
Which is why I'm saying that what if they combined, like, they actually made a new
because
party?
They will get swallowed.
Who? The Green Party?
It will be dissolved in the Blue Party, and then we'll just
There's no way the Blue Party would ever pull actually funds from Israel in the way that Jill Stein was saying needs to be done. There's no way any blue fucking anybody is going to be down to look. I'm not anti-military. I know our military is valuable and we need it, but the sheer amount of waste, not only for our own operations, but to perpetuate a genocide. If no one cares about that, it is the end of times. Like,
there should be no. I'm just sick of sending money to other countries.
I think we're all sick of that, even though
I don't want to see another 300 million, 500 million going to.
billions. It's
Did you
billions.
see? No, but I'm saying that. Oh yeah, it is billions. You're right. But
Oh
like
my god! But how many
after
Americans are
Trump was
suffering right
elected,
now?
did you just see the Zelensky? He came out, congratulated Trump, and then used this rhetoric to where he was saying like it is a good thing when you can achieve peace through strength. Basically saying like he knows the money's not coming anymore, and that there's no like you gotta at some points you're gonna have to fucking big dick it, quote unquote. Like there's not a you can't keep spending money. The war's not gonna stop. Putin literally just said that he's open to talking as soon as Trump gets in office. I'm like, what are
Okay.
we doing here?
Well, I need to say this because I'm in international law and capitalism seminar right now, and basically, the reality I think is that capitalism and war go hand in hand. Like we are our arms trading. Just considering that example alone, like we make money from war, like and
We make money from being everyone's fucking bodyguard.
we want our hand in everything. I mean, it's not we're not doing it out of the kindness of our heart. If so, maybe we would actually like do something for our own people.
The Republicans don't want their hand in it. And it's about to be clear that they're about to get out. Like you're not going to see millions. Now I do want to see like Israel. I want to see like that's probably my own. Like I wonder if they're still going to just be flooding them with stuff.
I mean, I don't know why they would stop now. They have not.
I mean, because that was the Democrat. Like that was it's a whole different thing.
You
Democrats
think
like to spin.
that's why I'm saying the two parties are identical. The way that they handle wars, particularly in the Middle East, is identical. Republicans and Democrats. All they can fucking do is be warmongers and send our money outside. Okay, that's why
But
I'm
they
saying.
didn't. I'm saying during the 4 years of Trump, they were not sending funds. The EU was sending us bread. Like he was charging the EU to allow us to still be in there. Like I'm not going to be here and keep sending all this money when we're not seeing any money. No one is sending us anything. We're just big brother. We're just America. We're supposed to just help everybody, regardless of if you're not calling it help or not, but sending billions of dollars to another country is helping,
Okay.
regardless of if
So
it's control or
all I
not.
can really and capitalism demands that you keep on seeking out more and more and more of whatever it is that you're selling. So like I don't know. That's never gonna end unless something drastic happens.
Like nuclear
Blue,
warfare.
red, no, those are the same. At the end of the day, because at the end of the day, if you funnel all that money going into just Israel back into this country, like the change that could be made. I mean, Flint doesn't even fucking have clean water right now. That is so sad. Like that, and it's not even just Flint. Henderson, fucking Kentucky, is so polluted. Everything's fucked up, and that's part of the reason why. Whatever. I'm not a political scientist, but I know that I know I'm green. So
Yeah, yay for the Greens.
yeah, Kuloone, you need to be a green because you're not happy with the situation either.
Yeah, I'm red right now, just like the entire fucking country. So I didn't even vote, so I'm technically none of it. But all I need to see is foreign policy ramped up. You want to know something crazy that blew me away? Is the fact that Hispanics, like I was trying to tell Cleo, like I have Ubered a lot of foreign people who have like came to this country legally and like had to do the process to like achieve to become an American, and they absolutely despise the rhetoric that they use towards like illegals is crazy. And the fact that 2020
My illegal.
no, yeah, you're illegal. I mean, that's like the only thing is like, damn, man, he's fucking illegal, but he's a great person. So hey, but it's just the fact that with 2020, Trump's Hispanic vote was like 30%,
It
and
didn't.
you got to think.
It
You
didn't.
got to think that they like 15-20%.
Yeah, I know. It's
So
bizarre.
like that's what I'm trying to tell people is like you have a person that's spitting like hateful rhetoric towards illegal immigrants, and the people that are actually American that are the same ethnicity as these illegals are clearly not happy with the situation that the Democrats
I
have.
don't give a
Like
fuck about that. It's called classism.
what?
Once people get money, they start voting like Republican. Like that's just a normal thing. You have a lot of immigrants who come here and then they're Republican.
Because they're making money. Who doesn't want to make money?
I'm not even saying anything about that. People say Republicans are good for the government. It's totally an ignorant thing to say. It's totally ignorant of the previous administration's work that is just now trickling down. But okay, that's fine.
That's what they were saying on NBC is like the first 6 months of a presidency is from the before presidency.
Months only? Are you kidding me?
He literally said that at the beginning of 2016, when Trump first started, those first 6 months, everyone attributes to like the Republicans and obviously the last administration before them.
Sure.
Because the ones is like Biden he holds the record for most executive orders the first day of office.
Well,
He
yeah,
signed like
he's the head of
150
the
of them.
executive. He seems like he might have been paying attention, although we know that it wasn't him paying attention.
I mean, when he first started, he was coherent the first year. It definitely deteriorated.
As far as we could see, he was keeping it together until he couldn't anymore.
Man, buddy got off the plane and tried to go talk to somebody. They swooped him up so quick. Like, we cannot allow this man to talk without telling him what to say. He got tackled by the Easter Bunny. They were like in the White House lawn, and it had to be like secret security in the Easter costume because it was like the egg hunt. And a reporter went up to Biden and was like, "President, I have a question." He was about to answer, and like he gets fucking just swindled. Like, "Oh no, Mr. President, come this way." Like, do not talk
I
to
did
me.
not know that.
She could have said he could have said anything. He probably could have like thought that it was a different time.
Or
Like, not
aliens are here. That's a typical thing demented people say is like aliens.
Oh my gosh! Like, yeah.
He hasn't spoken in a while, right? Have y'all?
Dude, he hasn't even said it. I mean, he talked to Trump. He already called. They had that call. So
There was a tweet that I think it was like an actual report from the White House that Joe Biden went to bed at like 9:30 last night, which is hilarious. I went to bed at 9:30, but I'm not the president, so I can.
dude, and there's not a huge election night, and he came.
Yeah.
He went to bed at 9:30. Woke up like, I guess it's
Guess
over.
I'll find out
Guess
more.
I'll call Trump and tell him congratulations, and then go back to sleep.
I mean, he's a senior citizen. He's not well.
He can't even stay
They
up.
did say Trump has not tweeted in 24 hours.
Good. Shut the fuck up. I didn't. When did his Twitter even get reinstated? That's crazy. Oh, because Elon Musk did it. Those two bozos get together, and who knows?
Dude, Elon Musk is about to have us on Mars.
You know what's actually funny about space exploration these days is that so many companies have heard like people like Elon Musk talk about their grand ideas, and a lot of companies have put everything they have into kind of like bringing these plans, these projects forward, and then have gone bankrupt. It's like
Did you see him catch the rocket?
Yeah.
That is insane. He literally caught a rocket. That thing shot someone to the outer space and then came back and landed so that you can reuse it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
SpaceX did that, not Elon Musk, but okay.
Yeah, he didn't catch it with his very hands.
Did not.
I mean, he basically had to. He was like, "This is my baby." He created SpaceX.
Well, okay, but he was just sued, right? Specifically about his compensation package because it's an exorbitant package, and the only The second highest package, other than this one, was his prior package. You do not hear or see about anything like this, because when you were negotiating this compensation package, and it wasn't a true negotiation. It was like this superstar CEO kind of wants things his way, and we're gonna give it to him. But yeah, I mean, he was found to have coerced, basically, because it's
So
not just
is
a
he
one-man
guilty?
show. A corporation, I'm pretty sure, but I think he's appealing it, and so that's why I feel confused. Like, I don't know what's going on, because I know he appealed the judgment, so I don't know exactly what's happening right now.
He's Jerry Jones, man. Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones has final say, regardless of what the board says or anything like that. So I don't know. Is Tesla stock doing good? Like,
I don't
it
know.
can't be that horrible if they're fucking still booming.
What do you mean? Their prices are plummeting, and everyone I know who had a Tesla, aka my boss, was like, I had to get rid of that thing because the value was just plummeting, and he paid like almost $100,000 for his, and he was lucky enough to be able to get $60,000 selling it. You can get a Tesla now for like 20 grand, like, pretty easily.
That's good.
Yeah, in a way, but
For us, the common people.
yes and no, because me and Ollie were talking the other day about some reports of like people getting sick from their like lithium poisoning from the batteries in electric vehicles. So as a person who wants an EV, I'm very scared, very concerned. But
Dude, lithium batteries are poisoning people while they're driving them.
I mean, I don't have the like data, so I would like to think not. But there have been reports, especially if people.
I would like to think not. I didn't
No,
realize that
seriously, like it
fluoride
was
is in
anecdotal.
everything.
What?
Did you know that fluoride? I thought that fluoride was just in water,
No.
but it's in all of our food.
Oh wait, what do you?
I mean,
Okay, I need it.
Because I was like, oh, RFK, first thing he said he was going to do is try and get the fluoride like out of our drinking water. And I looked it up, and it said that 90%, this is just one food group. It was like it's in all the food, but seafood has the highest content of fluoride. 90% of the seafood in America has the highest concentrations of fluoride.
Good thing me and Olli P don't eat seafood.
Damn, dude, I love me some shrimp, catfish.
so I mean, if they take it out of water, then at least fluoride amounts and other things is going to decrease a little bit. I mean, seafood.
No, that's what I was telling him. I was like, dude, that's still a major thing. Like the United States and fluoride, dude, it's in everything. We want it, your dentist. Let's give you extra fluoride. And there's like arguments that they even use that like on the Native Americans, like putting fluoride into their fucking reservoirs to like get them a little
It's not
dulled
working on me
down.
anymore because I've been fluorinated my whole life, and I'm
Yeah,
still not part of the two-party system. So
I'm
you're
about that.
Not about that.
I cannot be affected by fluoride. And so,
no. Maybe my ancestors could be brain controlled with that, but evolution is such that I am not affected. So,
yeah.
God, I want a freaking peace sign so bad. I'm so mad at you.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I just got all the. I wish, dude, what if there was like a. I wonder what all the actual.
That ought to be something.
This is what
I'm gonna start voguing in this bitch.
Wait, this is what Cleo saw that night whenever Olli P was.
We're talking about like the most devastating ever. And we're just like,
Holy shit! Oh, you're talking about when you were in the apartment thing in Owensboro.
Yeah.
oh,
Holy shit!
broke
Okay.
my leg.
All right, well,
I love you guys.
it's EYHO, duh.
Mwah. Good night.
Good night.